white supremacy is coming for all of us.
Yes.
And right now, people are trying to pick and choose. Are they going to fight white supremacy? Are they going to aid and abet white supremacy in the hopes that it protects them and their families and their loved ones?
Yes.
And we're seeing people in real time make real choices.
Even if their families are fake.
Between these
their loved ones.
You got to prove that you have
Our
families.
loved ones are
these
photo
two
ops.
options.
Yes, go ahead.
And so people like Tim Scott are trying to, and Nikki Haley and Vivek Ramaswamy are trying to wrap themselves up in white supremacy because they believe it's going to protect them from being othered and the other, while you have other folks who are out here doing everything they can to fight back against white supremacy, to fight back against death and destruction, to fight for life-affirming, positive policies.
To fight against gingivitis,
that allow us to have another day, another second, another moment at life to build the liberation that we so need, love, and deserve. And that is what we're seeing right now in real time.
You know how 4 out of 5 dentists agree that this toothpaste will work? The 5th one doesn't agree because of Tim Scott.
Damn.
So, Miracle, the question is, right? And, please forgive me for interrupting you. You are the only reason, we have the viewership that we have.
I believe that. I 1,000% believe that.
Is Tim Scott... we're watching him, right? Like we watch Vivek, like we watch, Ron DeSantis. Literally, it's not that it's like Trump doesn't just want an endorsement, right? Trump wants, you to be, all the way submission, right? Like, Trump, wants to, sit on your back as you carry him around. I mean, he just wants absolute submission, right? And so... When we watch this, I'm
not even touching that. I'm not. It's there, but I'm not going to do it.
We're not doing it.
Can Tim Scott now turn around and convince black people?
No. Tim Scott is not someone who can convince any voter to do anything outside of South Carolina, because did you see his poll numbers?
Yeah.
They were bad.
They were not good.
How did he convince that woman to say yes?
$5 million in an escrow account offshore.
And all the Trident gum you could chew.
The idea is you need to have a partner in order to run for...
To be the vice president. Yes, to be the vice president.
There's also going to be an issue because she's not an American citizen.
Now, this also happened, and I obviously want to bring, our hip-hop artists into the mix. We also saw Snoop, come out and declare love and respect for Donald Trump.
Who had that on the bingo card in 2024?
Right, and Snoop, who had...
Because he was he was critical of Trump.
Wasn't Snoop at the roast of Trump?
I'm not sure.
Was he really?
Wasn't he... I think
he was.
Wasn't he?
They're friends.
Well, it said that Trump pardoned Death Row co-founder Michael Harry O'Harris, so he said he pardoned Michael Harris, so I have nothing but love and respect for Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Trump also pardoned, friends of other hip-hop artists. He pardoned Kodak Black. He pardoned Lil Wayne. Meek Mill apparently came out and expressed some type of support for Donald Trump as well. Is this going to encourage more black people?
Benny the Butcher did.
Benny the Butcher said Trump is going to win again. Yes.
I'm not calling y'all black men the weakest link, but is this the idea that Trump can be the cause and the cure for your pain? That really does bother me. He spent so much of his early days lobbying for these bills that put black men in jail.
Yes.
Lobbying for police that put black men in jail. Yeah. Saying that black men were the cause of crime before he was even a candidate. Yeah. And then was like, you know what? I think y'all served enough time. I'm going to let y'all out because I want y'all to kiss the ring.
Yes.
And here y'all are just fawning at his feet. This idea that I want people to understand is we wouldn't need a Biden or a Trump to engage the pardon process if our black men were not in prison in the first place. Yep. And if we didn't have crack put into our communities in the first place. And I believe we need to be moving on to our reparational rights, which is the fact that we need everyone who's been impacted by the drug crisis out of our prisons and jails. And we need more policies and investments within our communities so that people are not forced into enslavement through prisons or forced servitude through military in order to have a normal life here in America.
Well, Tim Scott said that, what was worse than slavery? Welfare.
Yeah. That's what he said.
First of all, you keep coming for me, and I don't like this. And I told you,
you're the one who
I told you not to do this no more.
Tim Scott.
I told you. Hold on. I told you not to do this no more. But since we're going to come back to like 2020 Miracle, let's point out that welfare is not like slavery. Let's point out that social investments are used across the line, and we need those so that people are able to navigate the economy in this time. And so
I agree with you.
No, don't be trying to.
How? Because you were the one campaigning for Tim Scott.
Why are you over here stuttering? Let me talk.
Go ahead and talk, but I'm telling you that your boo that you lobbied for was Tim Scott.
She didn't
lobby for him.
She was saying
Tim Scott. Co-signing for him.
She said he was the best.
This is why I don't like y'all
worst and giving campaign advice, because
y'all try to start winding people up and gaslighting people, and then you want to sit over there and smile. This is what I'm tired. I'm tired of y'all.
What light-skinned man hurt you in high school that all this pain has lingered for the next 20 years?
But Miracle, you
see why y'all are friends.
No, Miracle, stop. Don't put me in that. No, you make a great point.
But that's all I was trying to say.
Yes.
But I know Treble was going to speak, but I'm not going to let that light-skinned demon keep messing with me this whole entire show.
You make a great point. And also,
Lucifer.
The people who are on welfare the most, statistically by far, are white people. I mean, that's
absolutely.
But you put a black face like Tim Scott, and it looks a certain way. So
black face and pink gums.
Meek and Snoop's endorsement, and even though Kodak Black's in jail, he said he was going to endorse Donald Trump. More than likely, Lil Wayne is going to endorse Donald Trump. Who knows what Kanye is going to do, but he's probably going to. So, is this going to affect, young black people coming out and voting for Trump? Trouble? Do you think?
I hope not. I hope that people realize that rappers are just rappers. They're not politicians.
Absolutely.
They're not, the experts on who to vote for.
Correct.
And I just want people to think for themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you see what your favorite rapper is doing, but what do you want to do? How does it impact your life? You know what I'm saying? What are the real life consequences that certain decisions have on you, your community, your family, if you have one? And
niggas lack support.
You know what I'm saying? Because after reading this article, it's interesting to hear Snoop Dogg's support of Donald Trump all of a sudden after saying, he said, the people that voted for him got exactly what they wanted. They gave them what he said he was going to do. So the next better tell us what they going to do to get our vote. He essentially said, if you vote for Donald Trump, you're a racist. If you support Donald Trump, you're a racist.
Yeah.
He even came at Kanye for his support of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Just to come out and say.
But that was before, Trump. And remember, Trump pardoned a lot of black people, a lot of well-known and well-connected black people. Mm-hmm. And so, again, he used that pardon. So now, he pardons one of Snoop's friends who helped, if it wasn't for Death Row, we wouldn't know Snoop now.
Why is it that so many people can't see that as a political move?